Hi, I'm Dean Naidu and welcome to Tipsy Time. Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of Tipsy Time. Today I'm going to be doing something that I haven't done before. I'm cooking something that I'm trying for the first time. So we're going to be making gyros, or gyros as we call it in South Africa. So basically a lamb gyro shawarma with all the toppings. So we're going to be making some hummus, which I've obviously made before, and harissa paste, but I've never actually done a gyro before. So it's going to be exciting and it's yummy. We got some pita breads. As I said, we're gonna make all the different sauces, add some veg, and have a lovely long day of watching some beautiful lamb cooking on my fire. So let's get started. Okay, so for the gyros or gyros, we're gonna use some lamb shoulder. Lamb shoulder is nice and fatty and moist, so we're going to have that wonderful taste because we're going to be cooking it on some coal, South African style. So what we're going to do is get your butcher to debone a shoulder of lamb for you. I've got my butcher to do that for me, and then we're going to cut them into pieces that are not thicker than 1 centimeter. That's the whole trick with this. So try and get them to the size that you want, but not thicker than 1 centimeter. So let's start. Okay, now that we got our lamb all cut up nicely to put onto our skewer, let's marinate it. So we're going to start with a whole bunch of spices. So a heaped teaspoon of dried thyme, a heaped teaspoon of smoked paprika, a heaped teaspoon and a half of smoked chili flakes. I've got a teaspoon of dried oregano, 2 heaped teaspoons of paprika, 2 heaped teaspoons of onion powder, a heaped teaspoon of cumin powder, coriander powder, and we get that in. Then I've got the juice of 1 lemon, some salt to taste, some cracked black pepper, a little bit of olive oil just to bring it together. And then we'll get our hands in, mix this up. Get in some ginger garlic paste. You know, I'll never make lamb or any meat actually without it. Okay, now that it's mixed up all nicely, we're going to leave this to just marinate. Today we're only going to let it marinate for an hour, but preferably this will marinate overnight. So it's been marinating for an hour, and I got it all hooked up onto my rotisserie skewer, and we're going to get it onto the fire. So guys, it's time. Let's get it onto our rotisserie motor.
Oh, that looks good already.
And switch it on. This should take about 2 hours to 3 hours, depending on your fire. So in the meantime, we will get started on our hummus and our harissa and our tzatziki. Okay, so let's start with our hummus. So what we're going to need first is some tahini. Tahini is very simple to make. It's basically sesame seeds and some olive oil ground up into this wonderful paste that you see here. So we're going to get that in here. This is about 60 to 70 mils. Start with that. Then I've got the same amount of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. And we're going to whip this up first before we get to the next steps. We have to cream this up. It just makes your hummus creamy. And next we're going to add in half a teaspoon of cumin powder. And then about 400 grams of chickpeas. I'm using canned chickpeas. Make sure you take off the peel. And it's very simple to do. You just soak it in some water and then just rub your fingers through each chickpea. All the peels will end off on the top and you can scrape them off. Let's add that in next. 1 clove of garlic. Some salt to taste. Some black pepper. About 2 tablespoons of olive oil and about a tablespoon of water. And then we blitz. Okay, so our hummus is done. Let's have a taste. That's awesome. Okay, so our hummus is done, but we're just going to finish it off with some olive oil and a pinch of paprika. There we go. Yummy, beautiful hummus. Okay, the hummus is done and we just come to check on how our lamb is doing. It smells absolutely amazing and it looks like it's going well. So let's go back and make some harissa paste. Okay, so let's start with our spicy harissa paste. So what I have here is some red dried chilies which I've soaked so it gets rehydrated. I used about 10. I'm not making a lot of harissa. So we'll get that into a blender. Some of the water as well. Then we get 1 big clove of garlic. If you don't have a big one, use 2. It's always good. Get that in. We're looking at about a tablespoon of lemon juice. About a teaspoon of vinegar. White wine vinegar is fine. You can use apple cider vinegar if you like. A teaspoon of cumin powder. And then a teaspoon and a half of coriander powder. Next we got 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Tablespoon of tomato paste. With a salt to taste. And we fill that up with some good olive oil, extra virgin. It's about maybe 3 tablespoons. But with that you can check along the way. If it needs more, just add more. Everything's in and let's give it a whirl. And our harissa paste is done. Fortunately the video is not doing much for the color. It's actually a beautifully orange reddish color. Tastes amazing. So let's just get it into a bowl. Maybe it'll look better. Have a look again. And our harissa is done. It's nice and spicy and garlicky. Tastes amazing. So we'll move on to our tzatziki now. Okay, so let's start with our tzatziki. Firstly, we're going to need some double cream Greek yogurt. I should stop saying double cream because all my viewers know that I only use double cream yogurt. To that, we're going to add a little bit of salt, some lemon juice, about a tablespoon or less, maybe a teaspoon. And last but not least, we've got our cucumber that we grated earlier. Added some salt, and I've squeezed out all the water that I could get out. Add that in there, and we just give it a mix. This is a lovely, refreshing, light little sauce. You can add mint to this as well. It's awesome. Or dill. Last but not least, just a little bit of olive oil. People also add garlic to their tzatziki, but since we've made our last two sauces, the harissa and the hummus, and it has a lovely garlicky flavor, I want to keep this one a bit fresher. Okay, and that's it. We're done. Okay, so our gyro or gyro is ready. It's been 3 hours, so I'm just gonna pull it out and start cutting some pieces off, and then we can start assembling our shawarma. Okay, so let's just cut off some pieces. Ooh, it smells amazing, it looks amazing. Not bad for the first try, definitely not. Wait any longer, I have to just steal a piece. Man, it's amazing. Awesome. You guys have to try this. So let's start assembling our shawarma now. Hey guys, so it's time to chow down. We've got our pita breads, got our lamb that we made, our 3 sauces that we made, and some cucumber, tomato, and some lettuce. So let's get this going. You start.
Okay, so you're going to direct me here because I know you're explaining that there's a specific way that it needs to be done. So I'll take my view, you can get yours, I'll just follow along.
So on one side we can put some of the harissa paste.
This is hot.
So I'll put extra, you can put less.
Seeing as I don't really like my taste buds burned. Okay. Coat that up nicely. Now,
And then some hummus on the other side.
okay, some hummus on the side. Yeah, perfect. This tastes really, really, really nice. I love every time that you make hummus, but I think this is probably the best one yet.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, this is looking more and more like the shawarmas that we from time to time have to buy. We don't make this all the time.
And then you can choose your veg. Or you can actually put in some meat first.
Okay, let's go with that.
Let's get our lamb.
I love that the parts that cooked closer to the rod are softer, and then the outside is sort of like charred, and like that's where you can like sort of see the flavor in there. Okay, did I put enough?
Then you can choose your veg.
Okay, so like in any order.
Onions, yeah. I like onions.
Extra flavor.
Use the hands and all.
This is like
That's
nice. Making it nice and fresh.
And last but not least,
Oh,
tzatziki on top. But you can do this however way that you choose.
that the tzatziki on the lamb would be really tasty. Okay, so I'm gonna put some on here. My mouth just wanted it. I love how wholesome. Okay, cheers.
My first attempt at the Gyro Schwarma. And it's not bad at all. It tastes amazing.
It's incredible how these different flavors all work together.
It's amazing.
There's literally no seasoning on the salad items, so the cucumber and all of that, but it adds its own dimension.
It's really good.
This was worth the 3.5 hour wait for that lamb to do its thing on the rotisserie.
Definitely.
This is great. Happiness.